look, who doesn't want to be going around on horseback or carrying swords or, concealed daggers and all of it? Yeah, it's great magic. I mean, it's what you as a child, look, children don't play at being lawyers in a TV show. They play at being, knights and wizards and all the rest of it. And so we're very much in touch with our inner child.
How are we all doing today?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Excellent. My name is Shahbaz.
And I'm Anthony.
Hi.
Thank you all so much, by the way, for sharing your time to sit in the movie podcast. It is so amazing to have The Witcher back in the world. And as hard as it is, we're going to try and stay as spoiler-free as we can.
Okay. Good.
We like that.
Good to remember.
We'll try
As
and
the
do the same.
Redanian intelligence, we like that.
Cassie, what is it about Philippa that you think makes her such a magnetic character to the people around her?
Oh. Are you magnetized?
Yes.
Philippa, I think she actually has quite a love for life and the twists and turns of people and things like that. I really enjoy that she has this presence that I don't know if you'll agree, I don't always have. She has this stillness because she sits in truth and fact. I love that there's so many different layers. She's like an onion. There's so many different layers and we might never get to the core of who she is. But it's so fun to play those layered 3D characters. You don't always get to play as a lady or a lady of color.
Is she? It's an onion.
An onion. You gotta take off all the layers.
It's a great Shrek reference. We love it.
You got it. I thought you'd get it because of the accent. My brilliant Scottish accent. That I did.
Yeah, it's a famous Scottish character. Come on, Graham.
Absolutely, yeah.
The most.
Graham, you've been a part of some incredible fantasy shows and films. What aspects of the genre do you find most intriguing or challenging?
Well, I think that's intriguing. It's such an interesting combination, I suppose, the world of fantasy, of reality and true human experience, but set in a fantastical world. So you can take all of the things that happen to people in everyday life and place them in a world where there are monsters, there are dragons, there are swords and everything, and see what that mix creates. And that's what I think really distinguishes it from conventional drama. There's a limit to what you can do with a cell phone and a car and all the rest of modern paraphernalia. But if you suddenly just throw all that into a fantastical context, you open up a myriad of possibilities. And I love that. I love that as an audience member, and I love doing it as a performer. So, and I also look, who doesn't want to be going around on horseback or carrying swords, concealed daggers and all of it? Yeah, it's great magic. I mean, it's what you as a child, look, children don't play at being lawyers in a TV show. They play at being, knights and wizards and all the rest of it. And so we're very much in touch with our inner child.
I love that. And you've been also such a huge part of the video game scene. We're huge fans of Uncharted. So that's such a great treasure of characters that you got to play on there too. So thank you so much for all that you've done.
Thank you.
Right?
Very nice of you.
Let's get a little.
Please,
Come on.
please. No.
Stand up.
Steady.
Is there any episode this season that you're most excited for fans to see? And we could start with Hugh.
Oh, I don't know if you can pick one.
I don't know how to pick one without sort of saying anything. I'll just say the first step.
Be general.
Be really, really general. I'm going to say the first one, the first episode, because I loved when obviously it was the first one I read, and I was just thrilled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First episode, right.
First episode.
I would say the one with the ball in it.
Yeah. So you're on
That's
like
good
5,
general,
6.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that episode. It's just technically as well, it's so interesting what they did, what Lonnie did with it as a director and everything. It was great to work on. That's probably the one that I'm most interested in.
I had this problem with when I was reading the script, I would read a scene and be like, that's my favorite. And then I'd turn the page and be like, I mean, this is my favorite. And then I had that same experience when we were on set. I'd do a scene and be like, that's the best day on set. And then the next day was the best day on set. So for me, it's really hard to pick a favorite. And I felt the same, like with the episodes, you're like, oh, smashed it. That's amazing, that one. And then the next one, you're like, oh, it's kicking off again.
But I
So
think
it
that's
just
what's
keeps,
so
that's
amazing
what's
about the
exciting
Witch
about it.
because if you've got one of these scenes in like another 8-part drama, if you got one of them, you'd be absolutely thrilled because the circumstances are so extreme and wild, and yet every scene you're going to has this whole new set of sort of wild circumstances. There's so much to play.
I love the scene that you and I got to do after the
After
demise of the blah blah.
the spoiler?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Be careful.
There is a great scene with these
That was
two.
fun.
I love that scene.
That was a fun
That
scene.
was fun.
So this is the problem. You see, you'd be like, "Oh, that's my favorite," and then if you
Well,
name
I
it,
So the entire show. Okay.
I think,
Watch it
as
all.
well, it's scenes where you're able to reveal something of your character that you've had to conceal, that you're finally allowed to let the cat out of the bag and go, you think this is who I am, but I'm going to show you a little tiny bit of who I really am. And I think that's always interesting in drama, where it's the concealment and then the small reveal that makes you go, oh, shit.
Ooh, and
I
that
had no
changes
idea
everything.
that's what you were like. Yeah. So,
Love those moments. Like a mic drop moment, isn't it?
yeah, so I did that in the
that.
scene. I actually dropped a mic.
You had to drop the mic on your foot.
Yeah,
The magical mic.
Yeah, imaginary
You seem
mic.
to.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we can't wait for everyone to watch the season when it comes out and especially see all these episodes that you're talking about. Thank you all so much for your time with us today and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks very much.
you.
Thank you.